In a sleepy town nestled among towering pines, whispers of an eerie phenomenon send shivers down spines. When darkness falls and the moon hangs low, the wind doesn't merely howl, it speaks. Locals swear the breeze carries the voices of those long gone, their whispers echoing through the night. As the camera pans across weathered wooden houses, windows rattle ominously. A chilling murmur drifts through the air, barely audible yet unmistakable. Hear us ... The wind's haunting call sets the stage for a tale that will leave viewers breathless. Enter a group of intrepid college students, drawn to this remote locale by tales of the supernatural. Their mission: to investigate the mysterious whispering wind that has both fascinated and terrified residents for generations. But as they arrive, weathered faces of townsfolk turn grim. The wind in the forest is not just wind, they warn, their eyes clouded with fear and knowing. Undeterred, our young adventurers venture into the dense woods, their excitement palpable. At first, the forest seems peaceful, almost ordinary. But as twilight descends, the air grows heavy with anticipation. Suddenly, carried on the breeze, come sounds that defy explanation: a woman's heart-wrenching sobs, children's laughter tinged with malice, and most chilling of all, whispers that call out each student's name with unsettling familiarity. The group presses on, their scientific curiosity battling growing unease. Deep in the heart of the forest, one student makes a startling discovery: an ancient tree, its gnarled branches adorned with countless tattered cloth strips. Letters from the dead, the locals had called them, carried by the wind. Drawn by an inexplicable urge, the student reaches out to touch the weathered bark. In that instant, the whispers crescendo into a deafening scream. There is no escape... As the clock strikes midnight, the wind transforms from an eerie presence to a malevolent force. It howls with fury, bringing with it shadowy figures that dance at the edge of vision. Panic sets in as the students realize the legends are terrifyingly real. In a moment of chaos, one of their own is dragged into the inky darkness, their scream fading into the cacophony of spectral voices. Terror grips the survivors as they flee, branches clawing at their clothes, roots threatening to trip them at every step. But the wind is relentless, pursuing them through the maze-like forest. It whispers in each ear a chilling promise: your turn is coming... The words seem to curl around their minds, an inescapable curse. In a heart-pounding climax, only one student emerges from the forest alive, gasping and trembling. Relief washes over her as she stumbles back into town, believing the nightmare is over. But that relief is short-lived. With growing horror, she realizes the wind has followed her beyond the tree line. The whispers that once seemed confined to the woods now surround her, an invisible presence that refuses to be left behind. As dawn breaks, the lone survivor finds herself trapped in a waking nightmare. The wind's whispers curl around her like a curse, breathing one final chilling phrase: you brought us out of the forest... Now you'll never be free. The realization sinks in: she hasn't escaped the horror. She's unleashed it upon the world. The screen fades to black, but the terror lingers. All that remains is the sound of the wind, carrying with it the endless whispers of the damned. Viewers are left with a bone-chilling question: what happens when the boundary between the world of the living and the dead is breached? This tale of the whispering wind weaves together elements of folklore, supernatural horror, and psychological suspense. It taps into primal fears of the unknown and the unseen, leaving audiences questioning the very nature of reality. The wind, once a benign force of nature, becomes a malevolent entity, carrying with it the weight of countless lost souls. The story's power lies in its ability to transform the familiar into something sinister. Every gust of wind, every rustling leaf becomes a potential harbinger of doom. It plays on the universal experience of hearing things in the wind, turning that common occurrence into a gateway for terror. Moreover, the narrative explores themes of curiosity and consequence. The student's quest for knowledge leads them into a realm where some truths are better left undiscovered. Their academic pursuit becomes a cautionary tale about the dangers of delving too deep into the unknown. The ancient tree serves as a powerful symbol, a nexus between the world of the living and the dead. Its cloth-adorned branches represent the accumulated grief and unfinished business of countless souls, a visual manifestation of the weight of history and the enduring power of memory. As the sole survivor grapples with the realization that she's brought this supernatural force out of its confined space, the story touches on the idea of responsibility. Her actions, born of innocent curiosity, have unleashed something beyond her control, raising questions about the unforeseen consequences of our choices. The wind itself becomes a character, evolving from an unsettling presence to an active, malevolent force. Its ability to pursue, to whisper personal messages, and to physically interact with the world blurs the line between the tangible and the supernatural. This personification of a natural element taps into ancient fears and folklore, where the forces of nature were often seen as sentient and capricious. The whispering wind leaves viewers with a lingering sense of unease. It suggests that the boundaries between our world and the realm of the supernatural are more permeable than we like to believe. The wind, once taken for granted, becomes a source of constant tension. What messages might it carry? Whose voices might be hiding in its whispers? In the end, the story reminds us that some mysteries are best left unsolved, some doors best left unopened. It challenges our understanding of reality and leaves us questioning the unseen forces that might be at work in the world around us. Long after the credits roll, viewers will find themselves listening to the wind with new ears, wondering if perhaps they too might hear whispers carried on the breeze.